and welcome back to CRC, The Conversation. We're back here again. I'm Dr. Debbie Lassiter, the Executive Director and co-founder of the Convergence Resource Center, and I'm here with my colleague.
And I'm Carla McKeever. I'm also co-founder and CFO for Convergence Resource Center, and we are back again with another conversation.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we are going to talk about our walk to win. What is that? We're going to walk to win. We're going to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to talk about human trafficking and senior citizens.
Yes.
Yes.
You would be surprised, senior citizens. But you know what I was thinking about? And nobody else may think about this, but do you remember, at least we did this, when we were children, they would have the ladies at church would wear these big old hats. They wear hats to church, these big giant hats. And I remember that as a child. They would always have those big hats on, and I think one day I'm gonna wear one of those big hats. So a few years back here, they had like Lady Hat Day at church. And I pulled out this hat and I put that hat on. That hat was down like this far. You couldn't even really see my face, but I felt like I was so cool because I'm finally like wearing one of the lady hats. We all got stuff.
Oh, that was it?
That was it. So share my stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe, okay.
You thought maybe I had something that made sense? No.
Okay.
So let's just move it right along because obviously Carla don't have nothing like that. Anyway, so the service we want to talk about is, go ahead, Carla.
About our walk to win. Well, It's not a service though.
It is in that it gives you the opportunity to have camaraderie and to do something athletic for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I know it's a 3-mile walk.
Yes, it is.
I know that we're going to do it on May 16th.
Yes,
and it's already on our website where I think it's on our website.
Not yet.
It will be on our website for you to be able to sign up. So you will have to register. We did our first one last year. And I believe it was a little drizzly.
It was cold.
It was. But this year we're doing it in May. And we'll just have to, and we're going to do it whether it rains or the sun is out.
Yeah.
So just so you know, it's going to be May 16th.
Yeah. And this time too, we just want to make sure people know that once you register, registration and taking off walking is like the first hour. We had people show up at like 3, 4 o'clock after we had all left from there. So yeah, it's 10 or 11 o'clock. You'll start registration. I think it starts at 10. So by 11, if you haven't shown up and registered, you can still show up, but we might not be there. And the reason we're doing this is to raise awareness and to raise funding to help us service the ladies that we service. So like Carla said, you'll be able to register on our website. But this topic today, all human trafficking makes you sad, right? But this one was kind of rough. This is human trafficking in senior citizens. And when we talk about it in this venue, we're really talking about the benefits trafficking. But unfortunately, I want to let people know that sex trafficking happens to senior citizens. And we never thought, at least I didn't, that we would see that until some of the responses from the people who would pay for this to be able to sleep with someone that was like a grandmother. I just, every now and then we come across something that my mind goes, what? And this was one of those things. But the thing that is in 23, has been reported in 23 different states in the United States is what they're calling now benefits trafficking.
Right.
Okay. So what they're doing is, and this is the definition, a systematic recruitment, harboring, neglect, and financial exploitation of elder and disabled adults who receive government benefits such as Social Security, Veterans Benefits, Medicaid, and Medicare. Traffickers often pose as kind-hearted individuals, offering to provide care for at-risk adults in an in-home setting. Isn't that something?
It is something, and it's unfortunate that it's actually happening, and it does happen. And it doesn't just happen it doesn't, you know, like you're just walking down the street. It doesn't always happen like that. It can even happen in our churches.
Oh, yes.
It can even happen in our churches where our elderly who are alone and someone comes in and they give them a little bit of that comfort that they need, and, you know, going places where they hadn't been able to go places. They come in and it's almost like the Romeo trafficker.
Almost. You know, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah. So they're coming in doing all the things that's been missed. So it's just sad the way that they can come in, and then what they do is they start moving these people around. So like, but they get their names on everything. You know, they get their names on that, the veterans benefits. They get their names, make sure it's going into the money, the Social Security is going into their account.
That's right.
So we have to really be careful. We have to make sure even when a woman or anyone gets to a certain age, because if you think about it, we're talking mainly about women because we're a women's organization, but there are some older men too who have been tricked and been a victim of this benefits trafficking. So it's not just women that it affects, it also affects the elderly men. So we have to, we can't watch everyone. No. You know, we can't watch everyone, and you can't see everything. But if you do see something, you know, sometimes it might be that you should take notice. Yes. Because people are, they're just being, it's like thievery. They're taking these people's life savings.
They are.
Right.
And they've worked so hard. And often in their own homes or own living situations, they're held against their will. You know? I can remember, you know, as a child, the elderly people in our neighborhood, if somebody didn't see them, they go knock on their door. Hey, how you doing? You okay? Want to come outside and sit on the porch? You know, things like that. And I think we've gotten away from some of that. But if you have elderly neighbors and people that it's not a bad idea to just check on them. You know, just check on them sometime. Now, you probably scare them half to death. They probably not want to open the door, but at least you'll see them and know they're walking around in there. And you mentioned that they move them from location to location, always changing addresses and things and putting things in their name. And this, they deny them of basic needs like food, to be clean, you know. It's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. And again, like I mentioned before, it has been reported in 23 states in the United States. And I think they've had some cases even in Wisconsin here. Okay. But this is a dastardly thing. And it's even worse when it's someone that's related to them. You know?
Right.
And so it's a scary situation.
Because you're coming in thinking that it's just a caretaker, someone that's going to be taking care of me, someone that's going to help me. Yes. But they end up not helping.
Not helping.
They end up victimizing our elderly or disabled. So it's not just I know we're talking about elderly right now, but also those that are disabled and not able to do for themselves. Someone will come in and do the same thing. It's the same method.
And even in the commercial sex trade, disabled people are some of their top targets just because they are disabled. And how sad is that? You know, it's bad enough you're doing it to people who aren't disabled, but then to do it to a person that is disabled. And when you think about human trafficking, and when you think about it's like an octopus. I mean, every time you think you found out every way people are doing it, they find something else. I mean, in a future broadcast, we're going to talk about some of the crazy stuff that's going on the internet. But the internet was a great idea, but man, did it bring some stuff with it, right? And not necessarily good stuff. But if you are a person who's been experiencing this or know of someone, what would you suggest they do to get help, Carla?
My first thought is that you call the authorities and let them know, because they can do a welfare check. Yes. They can come and do a welfare check. And if you know the family, contact the family.
Unless they're the culprits.
Unless they're the culprits. But sometimes there'll be that the mother might live in a different state, and you think that the church is helping them, you think that there's people that are helping them, but they're actually not
helping.
So it's always good to be able to reach the direct relative.
Yeah.
Let's say if the son or the daughter lives out of state, try to make sure that someone else has that number.
I think one of the things that's really great is that you can call and ask for a welfare check. You can do that on anyone. Someone you haven't seen in several days, or someone you think something's going on. And the police will do that welfare check. They will go, and that's just, they're not arresting anybody. They're just going, knocking on the door, checking to see, make sure folks are okay. Make sure somebody is actually answering the door. And so a welfare check is something that can be requested. Now listen, we don't want people calling just because they didn't see their boyfriend in a couple of days or some craziness like that. Use the welfare check wisely, because the police still do have many other facets to their jobs. But yeah, a welfare check is something you can ask for on an elderly person or on anyone else that you're concerned about. I'm just gonna, reiterate that, to check on people in your area that are older, even people, whether they're from your church or just in your neighborhood. We don't want to say hi to people anymore, and make it a neighborhood, but maybe especially the elder people, just say good morning to them, say hi, so that you get an idea and they get an idea that you're somebody that they could actually say hi to or talk to if they were in trouble and needed some help. Because often isolation is what causes us to fall deeper into being prey for someone, because we're so isolated, no one notices if something isn't right.
And you're exactly right. It's like we are so isolated. And it seems like the world is making us feel in fear. We're scared to talk to anyone. We're scared. We're afraid. And that constant living in fear is a hard place to be.
Yes.
It's not a good place. It does not benefit in any way.
No.
And I wanted to go back to when we were talking about the elderly. I'm a woman of a certain age, not as old as, and of course, if I continue to live, I'll just continue to get older. Yeah. But a lot of times what we see, especially in trafficking, we think it's young girls and we think it's children.
Yes.
And that's all that it is. So even bringing up that it's the elderly or the disabled, I think that that's a subject that also needs to be explored even more and needs to be identified.
Yes.
But the main subject is always about the children, which is important.
Yes.
I'm not downplaying any of it. And also a younger demographic.
Yes.
No matter what race or culture, just younger.
Yes.
And that's what we think it is. Someone wearing hot pants and, but it's not always that. It's not that. Well, and go ahead.
Well, what we have to remember about human trafficking, we can never get away from this, is that it is a supply and demand business. So if you walk into a room of 50 people, you look to the left or the right, in front of you, behind you, everybody in that room is somebody's type. The trafficker will supply what their clients want. It doesn't matter the age. This peanut butter might not be what I like to eat, but somebody likes peanut butter, right?
Yeah.
And so otherwise they wouldn't be selling it. It wouldn't be falling off the shelves the way it does. So that's how it is with people. And the trafficker's job, if you will, in order for them to, or him or her to make money, is they must have customers that are willing to pay for the product. And the way that they do that is they make sure that the product is what the person wants. And so that's how it crosses every age. It crosses every ethnic background. It crosses every socioeconomic background. It crosses every culture. It crosses every single human being is somebody's type, including the elderly and disabled.
Wow.
Wow. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, I'm just going to say this to you folks, that just to live, it's not enough. You want a good quality of life. And as you go through your life, You want to make sure that the quality of life that you're living is the quality of life that you want. So, that said, Carla, how can they keep in touch with us?
Well, you can subscribe to our YouTube page, and you can like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And also, I want to remind people to make sure that they're listening to Triumph Rising on Joy 1340. Make sure you go to that. I believe it's on at 12:30 every Monday, and they do replay it. I don't know when the replay is, but the original time is Mondays at 12:30. So make sure you go to that. There's information and discussions that I think you will thoroughly enjoy. Or go to our webpage and go to our media page, which I think it says CRC Media.
That's right.
And that's where the Triumph Rising will be, and also the videos that we're doing now will be.
Yes.
And also, you can contact us at, just go to our website. It's www.convergenceresource.org. And it'll show you how to even email us at CRC contact us at convergenceresource.org.
That's right.
So there are plenty of ways to contact us. And if you know of something and maybe you just don't know who to call, give us a call, and we can definitely direct you in what you should do and who you can contact.
Excellent. Well, folks, that's going to be a wrap for us, and we're going to thank you so much for stopping by just to have a little conversation.
The Convergence Resource Center provides support services for women rebuilding their lives after trauma, with an emphasis on survivors of human trafficking and justice-involved women. We envision individuals who are empowered to make healthy choices that lead to productive, positive lifestyles within their homes and communities. The Convergence Resource Center sincerely thanks everyone for their generous donations. Your compassion makes it possible for us to support women on their healing journeys, rebuild families, and strengthen communities. For more information about the Convergence Resource Center and how you can get involved, visit us online at www.convergenceresource.org.